Sorry about that. I was just testing out this battery pack. What can I do for you, Organic? We run everything with photosynthetic cells. Can't beat it for efficiency. All we need is a little light. You know, light. From the sun. That's what we use for power on Tecton. Shoot, if the sun ever set, we'd all be stuck. Best thing that ever happened was when the organics blew themselves off in the Big Bang. The radiation turned the sea into plankton soup. The organics got in a big fight over whether droids should be made. Ended up exterminating themselves. Now Tecton belongs to droids. Our strength, stamina, rationality, and efficiency makes us far superior to organics. We also aren't nearly as egotistical. You guys always fight about who gets the biggest piece of pie and who's better than the other. Organics. Who needs them? From what I hear, Tecton used to be crawling with organics before the Big Bang. I'm glad I missed it. It must have been a mess. I'm the power droid around here. They call me Switch-on. I assemble and test battery packs. After I put the packs together, I taste them to make sure they have enough chlorophyll. That's why I've got a dozen GEUs here. We strain chlorophyll from sea plankton, then give it a little charge. Once it's switched on, it runs as long as there's light. You have received the thing you seek. Got this from Prime Ass, huh? All right, take one. I've got plenty. And, by the way, more power to you.
What do you want, Organic? Can't you see I'm up to my electrodes and OIUs? Organic Interface Unit, dummy. Every droid's gotta have one. Prime S says I gotta make 1,000,000 or he'll have me scrapped. Just 'cause he's got all the brains, he thinks everybody ought to be able to keep up. Jeez. What's it to you? Prime Ass got you hooked into the program? Look, tell him Transmit's working fast as he can. Program schmogram, just a bunch of rules to keep us droids online. About as inspirational as Jell-O. Some quivery stuff you gotta suck through a straw. Supposed to give us the juice we need. Sheesh, what I wouldn't do for a cup of Caphelia.
You have received the thing you seek.
Great. Now I gotta make another just to keep up. Go on, take it. Now get out of my sight.
You have received the thing you seek.
Well, this ought to help me catch up. Bet you're just dying to see the variable, ain't you? Take this here entry chip. You'll slide right in. Oh, you must be the new donor. So good of you to stop by. I'll be with you as soon as I finish this VEU. There, that should do it.
You have received the thing you seek.
I relinquish one visual enhancement unit. Are you sure you don't want to be a donor for our cloning banks? It's the chance of a lifetime. Many humans donate their bodies to Tecton to assure their genetic continuity in the void. Now, when you are ready, we can begin. Here, I'll just take your head to begin. The rest can wait. Oh, you must be the new donor. Visual Enhancement Unit. It allows full spectrum perception to the ordinary human eye. I attach the bionic receptors. We use microscopic silicon fibers matched to the DNA of the organic component in order to interface it with the bionic enhancers. The microprocessors enhance organic function by increasing the intensity of the neuroimpulse, thereby giving it greater intensity and definition. I am the bionicologist Grafton. As an optimal unit, I serve a variety of functions. When you are ready, I will process you. It is written, the functional unit does what is necessary, but the optimal unit does what is possible. Thus, I perform many functions. I not only attach receptors and collect organic material, but also, as a hobby, assemble sub-droids out of spare parts from non-humanoids. They usually don't amount to much. However, I did assemble a functional guard droid using a dog's brain, and the play droid is my design. They are among our most successful exports. Simply everyone wants one. However, they do have one minor bug. Like all dogs, they will abandon their post to bury a bone or to chew a piece of meat. I am programmed to decode the DNA of organic material and interface it with computer enhancements. Most of it comes from our cloning banks. However, we accept donors to increase the variability of Tecton. We are rapidly achieving economic supremacy due to our superior production techniques. Soon, droids will own the void. It's staggering to think of the chaos and inefficiency of the void. No organics have any real function. That's why Tecton must rule. We may look like robots, but the organic materials enclosed within our casings give us sentiency. Our casings are composed of a highly resilient ray-reflective alloy that protects us from attack. We are impervious to organic assaults.
Here's a poem. Be content, functional. Strive optimal toward improved efficiency. Optimality regards the program creatively. The program governs our every thought and action. It inspires us and gives us purpose. I'm the poet droid, Rephrase. I write variations on the analects. They are our only source for literary invention. My variations are almost complete. Now, according to Analect 3, I must innovate. It's the one that guides my function. To simply run according to program is to be merely functional. The optimal unit innovates creatively. I do not seek to create experience, but to rephrase it so that the common reality becomes heightened. If, in my variations on the Analects, I can make new connections between ideas, and thereby spark new ideas, then all are enriched. The 4 Analects contain 40 words. I recombine those words to contain the sense of all 4 in each poem. Want to hear another? Everything improves the program efficiency. The unit innovates to run simply. Functional optimality creatively strives.
Be quiet. Can't you see I have my AAU on? I swear you organics are so insensitive.
You have received the thing.
A lower droid obeys the commands of the higher droids. Thus, order is maintained. In deference to Prime Assembler, I surrender my AAU. My auditory amplification unit lets me hear cells divide within budding body parts. If I want to, I can even hear the variable. The variable is strictly off limits to organics. The chamber can't even be accessed without an entry chip. It's an intricate maze designed as a testing ground for export droids. If you could get in, you would certainly become lost. You can call me Growing. I operate the cloning banks here in Prime Pyramid. No mess, no waste, just neat little rows of budding body parts fed with hydroponics. Cloning is far more efficient than breeding. It's pointless to grow bodies when parts are all we need. Right now I got a rack of hands and a pool of brains for future use. I've got 100 little hands ready to harvest. They'll be frozen for future use. Even now, we're building assembly lines for rapid droid production. Soon we'll produce enough droids to populate the void. We synthesize blood and run it through the growing parts, then recirculate it to the nutrient pools. All you organics ever want to do is breed. Such a waste of energy and time, and you never know what you're going to get. Why bother? Bother, that's just what it is. Rubbing your bodies together like that? It's both inefficient and disgusting. Cloning is better.
What's that smell? Oh, hello, Organic. For a second, I thought something died in one of the crates. Let me just turn my SOS off.
You have received the thing.
That's just dandy. How am I supposed to do my job without my SOS? Go ahead. Whoa, Organic, hold still. Your movements create an atmospheric disturbance which interrupts my operation. Every step you take causes vibrations that throw off my adjustments, and when you speak, a foul wind disrupts my concentration. Shield Assembly Droid Finder at your service. As an optimal unit, I will do my best to answer your questions. The optimal unit is proud of the program, not itself. By maximizing my talent, I am a humble inspiration to the merely functional units. The functional unit is dissatisfied in its task. It blames the program for failure and seeks stimulation from outside the program. It is the optimal guideline for perfect order and progress. Outside the program is only chaos and decay. Confusion has blessed us. All droids are infused with confusion, the seminal organic who mastered the inorganic and became one with it.
You have received the thing you seek.
The optimal unit is always prepared for any eventuality. Thus I deliver my spare tactile enhancement unit to you. What's that smell? Oh, hello. It's my super olfactory system. The only way I can tell what's in the crates is by smelling them. Half the time the label's wrong. I'm Outflow, the shipping droid. Look, I got a bunch of these crates to send out, so would you mind moving on? My whole job is to sniff these crates to make sure they got the right stuff in them, match up the manifests, and send them off. Welcome, Organic! My brain scan tells me you will soon return to Argos. Does a transaction interest you? It allows me to decipher organic brainwaves. This lets me know where you are going and what you need. You need to visit the variable inside his chamber. Bring me the crystal orb and I will give you an entry chip. The orb processes information, accurately projecting probabilities. With this, I shall achieve optimality. I must strive to achieve optimal function, as is prescribed by the second intellect of Co-Fusion. Co-Fusion says, the functional droid seeks improved efficiency in others. The optimal droid seeks improved efficiency in itself. There is a certain crystal orb currently possessed by an ancient woman on Argos. Bring this to me, and I will give you something you need. I am Prophet, the primary sales and marketing droid for Tecton. I also purchased... We are interested in buying stock in Fornax Fleeton. If you come across any, we will gladly pay double your purchase price.
The Taras are yours.
Excellent! Soon we will have all the Fleeton we need. Fleeton is necessary for spaceflight. Until we get some, we cannot expand into the void. Naturally, we must spread our program throughout the void. Already the expansion droids are being assembled. Identical to ordinary organics, they will infiltrate the void and, at the command of the autocrat, take control. He is our source and inspiration, the one ruler capable of bringing order and optimality to the void. The undisguised tone of insincerity in your greeting causes me to doubt the possibility of achieving optimality in our interaction. Few achieve optimality for more than an instant due to constant change. However, a new way of thinking may make it attainable. On Wu there is a guideline to the nature of being known as the Song of Flux. It may augment the program. Please recite the 4 verses. The program guides and defines droids according to function and inspires them toward optimality. The Analects comprise the basic tenets. The great sage Confucian inscribed the analects as a framework from which the program issues. The fourth analect defines my function. Please do not yawn when you speak. The fourth analect of Confucian says, optimal units regard everything as the program, and by incorporating everything into the program, improve the program's efficiency. If this thinking, being, and doing, which engages my incarnate form, may in fact be termed reality, then I am the philosopher droid, to be.
All right, you made it. Nice going, man. Pretty hairy with all those export droids, isn't it? Prime Ass sends 'em in to test 'em. Damn stupid, most of 'em. I tear off the enhancements and eat the organics. That's how I survive. Well, Prime Ass knows I'm smarter than him. That's why he keeps sending in export droids to get me. He's scared I'll start a revolution. Just the usual sort of stuff, you know. But the hermetic helmet was pretty cool, and the Auroran shield is one fancy piece. I guess it protects droids from radio wave attack. I'll give you one if you give me something to help me find my way out of here. I don't know, a compass is no good, and the homing devices that took off the droids are worthless. What's a guy use to get out of a maze? It's getting pretty cluttered with all these enhancements scattered around. If I could find my way out, I'd head up to Woo.